everyone, this month of May, we pay tribute to the mompreneurs and the working moms who truly inspire us all. So today we have invited the founder of Lana Lane Aromatherapy and mother of two, Balot Del Rosario. So if you're curious to know her story, please do stick around and we will talk to her about creating and sustaining a business. So this is GTV. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click that notification bell for more videos like this. So that's it. Come and let's meet Balot. Hi, Balot. How are you?
Hi, Ginge. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for agreeing to be a guest here in GTV. So I know that you're doing a lot of things. You're one of my guests. Like a lot of the mompreneurs that I guest here, they have like different things going on. So I
Right.
know you also have your own thing. So you might want to share with our viewers today and introduce yourself first and share
Mhm.
things with them.
All right. So I'm Ernalou Amechachura-Del Rosario, but a lot of people would really know me by my nickname Balot. So I am an author of a book about recurrent miscarriages, but my services really is focused on aromatherapy, branding, and coaching. So I call it my ABC. I have been a corporate junkie for 15 years handling marketing before I decided to leave in January 2020, right before the pandemic. So I
Oh,
was kind of
wow.
forced to like continue with what I was planning to do. So yeah.
Wow. So why did you decide to resign last January?
Uh, the exit plan, as I was calling it, took time because it's really hard to transition from corporate to being a mompreneur, a freelancer, or your own business for that matter, because corporate is so stable. You
Yes.
know, like you have a very rigid structure, an 8 to 5, you have your weekends and stuff like that. But um, it really, I didn't really think that I would ever quit corporate, but motherhood really changes you, I suppose.
It's true.
I was so frustrated to spend like 3 to 4 hours in traffic when I could have been spending it with my kids. And it took me a really long time to hold I call them my rainbow babies because they came after 2 miscarriages because of my autoimmune disorder in pregnancy. So I had
Oh.
2 miscarriages before Santi. And then I realized that, it was a very challenging road to them. And then I kept on missing a lot of their milestones. And that feeling was just growing and growing month after month. So I decided to just make my exit plan, and I told myself that if I can reach a certain amount, like that was specifically, it was 6 months expenses, so that I have
Wow.
6 months to experiment
Yeah.
outside of corporate if I can make it or not, without my husband telling me, okay, go back to whatever you were doing. So it took me a year probably to like um prepare myself
Yeah.
mentally, emotionally, financially before I took the leap in January 2020. And what really capped it off was when my mom died in a month before that. So
Oh.
December 2019, in an accident. And then I
Oh.
realized that, life is so short and we never really know if tomorrow will be gone. And I didn't want to spend most of my time away from my kids. So
Wow.
that kind of pushed me to the edge. All of the doubts vanished.
Yeah.
Just that the realization that we have very limited time. So I took the plunge.
Wow. Well, congratulations. I think you're doing great now, Balot. I've been seeing a lot of posts about you and your business. So maybe you can tell the audience like what your business is.
So the primary thing that I do is I'm an aromatherapist, and my business is Lana Lane Aromatherapy. So Lana is coconut oil in our dialect, Hiligaynon. So
Oh,
it has been in our household since I was a kid. And so I took on the name. And Lane is another word for road. So it's like road to wellness with essential oils. And I took my aromatherapy certification in 2019. So I finished it in 2019. This was when I was still in corporate. So I was thinking this was my backup plan.
yeah.
But really, there was not a lot of market then. I went into my certification because I had an accident with my son using essential oil. So I burned him.
Okay.
And I panicked. So I was looking for a certified aromatherapist in one mommy group, and I couldn't find one. And so I took that as an opportunity to like study initially at first for me.
Yeah.
And then because I'm a marketing person, like I saw
Mhm.
that opportunity, like, oh, no one's a certified aromatherapist in the Philippines. It's
Yeah.
like maybe this could be something bigger further on. Initially, during that time, I thought it was just, a fad. But then people are using a lot of essential oils now and shifting to natural wellness and a lot of natural products. So I'm so happy that I took that certification in 2019. So I'm formulating essential oil products for my clients and giving aromatherapy workshops as well.
Wow. So I guess in 2019 you had Lucia already, or you were
Yes,
pregnant. Were you pregnant
yes.
that time, right? You were.
I already had Lucia.
Oh, just gave birth,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So how
Yes.
did you manage your time, Balot, during that time? Like being certified, and then I assume breastfeeding, taking care of
Yeah.
Santi as well.
Yeah. Well, a lot of help I really attribute to my support system at home. So I have my two nanays, the caretakers of my kids, because I had them when I was in corporate. So I'm very, very grateful for them. And of course, my husband is also very helpful when it comes to taking care of the kids. But I was so into it that I would wake up every day at 3 a.m. to study.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
when I asked the school, they told me that it would take around 8 to 12 months to finish the course,
Yeah.
because it would take around 300 hours to finish the whole thing. There's a lot
Yeah.
of chemistry and stuff like that. I finished it in 6 months. So I started, I think it was October, and then I got certified in March. I was listening to the videos on the way home because it was traffic. So
Yeah.
I found good use of my time to listen to the lessons while I was in traffic.
Wow.
And that's 2 hours going to Makati and
And
going
going
home
back.
from Makati and going back to Parañaque. So yeah, basically that's how I did it. Finishing it in 6 months.
Wow. If you don't mind, like how much is this course that you took? So I guess that's your capital, right?
Yes. Oh, during that time, it was really steep. It was
Wow.
$2,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's level two certification.
Mhm.
The level one certifications now, I was telling some of my students and friends who are taking the certification now, you're so, so lucky. The
Yeah.
certifications are like one-fourth
Is
the
it cheaper?
price of the
Wow.
original, yeah, for level one. So it's way cheaper, but then again, past is past. You really can't do
Yeah.
anything about it.
That's true. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure like you helped a lot of people also along the way. Like in terms of challenges, Balot, you mentioned like traffic and all of these, and you're grateful for the support that you have there at home. But in the like, I'm assuming that there are a lot more challenges now that came your way. Not only like when you resigned in January, but also
Hmm.
prior to that. Maybe
Yeah.
can you like share a few of these challenges?
Well, first, for the business, it was really the readiness, I think, of the market. There are a lot of essential oil users, but not a lot are keen to really know about safe and effective use of essential oils. usually my students are my students because they've encountered some adverse reactions with their kids.
Oh, yes,
So
yes.
that's when they look for a certified aromatherapist. And that's perfectly okay because that's what happened to me, right? So I
Yes.
only wanted to know about safety when something happened to Santi. But a lot of awareness are being promoted locally and internationally about safe and effective use of aromatherapy, and it has been growing so much. And there's a lot of local suppliers as well, which makes other brands of essential oils accessible to the market, which are not that expensive than the brands that really penetrated the market before. So those were the challenges when I was starting. And again, as I mentioned, the really steep costs of
Yeah.
certification. Um, Personally, it's really uh, having that balance. I was so, I don't know, maybe I was a little bit blanketed from this reality because I was in the office 8 to 5. And then I get to enjoy my kids when I get home to spend 1 to 2 hours with them. But when the pandemic started and then everyone is at home, even my husband is at home, his work
Correct.
from
Yeah.
home, the kids are here. And since we've been spending so much time together, they've become super clingy. So it's really hard to sometimes get things done or spend more time with them
Yeah.
because of the different demands of all these things I do. Because I'm only busy with aromatherapy when I have clients or when I have workshops. But my consulting and my coaching has it's a really a good problem if you really think about it. It's also they are also growing,
Yeah.
but since it's a service based setup, it has to be me doing a lot of stuff, so it takes away a lot of time from the kids as well. But then
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I try to be very gentle with myself as well and telling myself that regardless if you're working longer now, the amount of time that you spend in traffic is the amount of time you're spending with your kids. So
Yeah.
you're still spending more time with them. I'm still spending more time with them now, more than when I was in corporate. So I have to give myself a pat on the back probably.
Yes, definitely, definitely. So I was wondering, like Balot, what are the changes that you've seen, like with yourself as a mom, as a mompreneur,
Yeah.
prior to like now as a mompreneur, and compared to before when you were working in the corporate environment.
Um well, it's as I said, the reality of being at home with the kids, and I admire all the moms who are at home with their kids because it takes a lot of patience.
Yes,
And I don't have
and you're
that. It's
more patient now.
it's really a work in progress. It's
Mm.
really a work. It's really work in progress. Because I always now I tell myself that my children are my greatest teachers because they push you to the boundary of everything that you know. Like, especially now, by June, Santi will be going back to school already. So we have to
Wow.
structure his days again. And I'm so
Yeah.
not ready for homeschooling and juggling all these other things. But we have to do what we have to do, right?
Yes.
Um, so 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 those are the things that were very different. And when I was in corporate, I can like literally, I'm not sure if other corporate moms would be like this, but because when you're in the office, your focus is really in the office. So I would just, um, text, how are you guys? Just how are the kids? Blah 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 blah. It would take 5 to 10 minutes, and then you're back again to your meetings. You're back
Yeah.
again to what you have to do. But then when you're at home, like everything's just scrambled together.
Yes. There you can't really distinguish what is
Yes.
work and what is like my time for myself and my family. No? Yeah, you're right. So, maybe share with us like the lessons, like the top, probably the top lessons that you've learned along the way.
Yeah. First and foremost, I think as a mompreneur, I applied the things I've learned in marketing in a much smaller scale, and that is to diversify. As I mentioned, I am an aromatherapist, I'm a consultant, I'm coaching, I wrote a
Yeah.
book, I even write for some blogs. Because what I learned in corporate is that you should never put all your eggs in one basket. Just in case that something happens to one specific product category, for example, your business won't really go down with it. So it's important to diversify. And second is always continuous learning. You couldn't be complacent with the things that you do, especially if it's your business. So, and there's so many resources now in the internet that's free that you can learn so much things. I have a client who asked me to do a website. I don't even have any background, but I taught myself on how to make my own website, and now I'm earning money from it, like the basic website. So you always have to upskill yourself so that you can offer something of value to whoever it is that may need your help. And lastly, to be gentle with ourselves, really, because from what I've noticed, I'm always my own worst critic. So like I always doubt myself if I can do this, I can do that. And it really helped me to have a community like of mompreneurs as well. Kim, for example, your other guest,
Yeah.
is a good friend of mine, and it's nice to have people who are in the same journey as you because they keep you grounded.
Mm-mm.
Because of course, my friends in corporate would not really understand what I'm probably going through right now because they are in a different mind space. So it's nice to keep people around you who would understand the challenges, celebrate your wins, most especially because sometimes we don't really celebrate our wins and just move on to the next stressor.
I love
So
it.
so yeah, I think those are the top lessons I've learned. Moving from being a corporate junkie to like a crazy mompreneur.
I love it. So diversified, learn as much as you can, be gentle with yourself, and look for that support system. So, maybe for my last question, Balot. So, what's in store for you and your business? Like, do you have any plans that you want to share with our viewers?
It will always evolve because I love evolving. And a lot of the things I do, I try to integrate. Like by June, I'm having a mastermind and group program, which is kind of personal development, which integrates aromatherapy, a little bit of marketing and coaching, and also because I'm a certified kids yoga teacher,
Oh
part
wow,
of it is also yoga and mindfulness all rolled into one.
I
So I
love
try to like integrate all these things I do to be able to give back to like the people who also believe in me.
Okay, thank you so much, Balot, for guesting here. I
Thank you. Thank
learned so
you.
much, and your story is so inspiring. So I hope that those who are aspiring mompreneurs who want to already quit their corporate job and start their own businesses will also feel inspired now with all of the things that you shared today. So thank you so much. All right,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Thanks again, everyone, for watching this episode of GTV. I was truly inspired by Balot's story, how she really was bent on transitioning from the corporate life that she had to starting her own business. So I hope that it also inspired all of you aspiring mompreneurs out there. So watch out for another episode of GTV next Saturday. Again, this is Ginger Arboleda. Have a great day.